Mathieu Fiset, keyboard player from the Robo Jazz band, and I'm gonna show you how I play this song. So, today we're gonna talk about my song Restricted Area from the album Endless Imagination. And this is the first song on the album, and this is also the first song I wrote for the whole album. And so I wanted the first song and the first riff of the song to be like, a big statement of what you're gonna get for the rest of the album and what I want to do with music. So the first riff, that was really the basis for the whole song. Like the whole song is based on that riff and variations of that riff, and then I changed the rhythm, and changed the feel, I changed the sound, but this is really the basic idea for the song. And then, so after I had this riff done, I wanted to harmonize it with fifth. So basically, it's not exactly a fifth because the fifth would be too low, and that's muddy and it's not good. So it's like a fifth, but an octave above. And it's really mean and aggressive, especially with that sound. Okay. And then on top of that, I wanted to add some kind of a modern sound, a modern harmony. So I added the ninth, which starts on the D. So the whole riff is in C, the harmony in fifth is on the G, and then the ninth, actually an octave above, and the ninth is D. So altogether it's a pretty big sounding riff, just like that. That is just with the fifth, and then the ninth. So that's the opening riff. So you got the synth bass, the organ, some other synths, and the Rhodes on top for the ninth. Then we go to the melody part, which is very mean sounding again, but the basic idea was actually very simple. It was just this. But, there's something missing there. It's not really mean or cool or modern enough. So I just wanted to harmonize it in a cool way. So instead of harmonizing in major thirds or minor thirds, or like this, that's not the sound I'm looking for. So I went with the chordal harmony. So the top melody is E, and then I go a fourth below, which is B, and an augmented fourth below, which is F. So that's very cool, and the whole melody is harmonized that way. Then there's another keyboard part, because there's actually always two keyboard parts going on, sometimes three. And the second keyboard part is doing different chords to complete the whole thing. So if I put it all together, it's actually those chords. Alright, so that's very dissonant. It's not very pretty, but that's not what I wanted. And then all of this is actually above the riff, because the bass line is still doing that while that is happening. So it's very complex harmony, a lot of dissonance, but I think that's what makes it cool. It's the frictions. So if we listen to the whole thing, so here I've got the stems, so I can just take out, let's say, the drums to hear the keyboards a little better. So you have the synth bass, you got the organ on top, and the Rhodes. By the way, you can get those stems if you want on the Plush Rat label website. So you can buy every song and get the stems, like the vocals, the keyboard, the bass, and the drums, and just mess with it, play with it, remix, play along to it, or whatever you want to do. So next is the solo part. The first solo is played on the piano. There's 4 chords moving, so it's really modal. I'm using like different scales for every chord to make the solo interesting. So the first one is B flat major 7, and so on that one you can do like a Lydian sound, B flat Lydian. The second chord is a B flat 7 sharp 11. So on that one you can do like almost like a Lydian, but with the flat A. Then you have C major 7. So this one, on this one, I'm doing a Lydian sound again, C Lydian. And the last chord is a B diminished 7, and on that one I'm doing the diminished scale. So the next section of the song is what I call the bebop part, or the bebop section, because it's pretty much that. It's influenced and inspired by the bebop style of jazz. So it's a swing beats, and the melody is very much in the tradition of bebop. So it's using a lot of chord extensions and chromatism and fast parts. So I guess to explain it really the best I can is to start with the chords. So the way I came up with those chords is that I actually took the 4 chords of the section before, the four chords I already talked about. So the B flat major 7, the B flat 7 sharp 11, the C major 7, and the B diminished. So I took those 4 chords and divided those 4 chords into 12 chords. So every chord gets 3 chords. So for the B flat major 7, I divided that into G minor 7, which is basically in the same key, and C7 and F major 7. So all in the same key. So let's say that the B flat major 7, and if we think Lydian, actually that's in the scale of F major. Okay, because B flat is the 4th degree, so that's the Lydian. So in the jazz tradition, I wanted to do a 2-5-1 progression in the key of F. So a 2-5-1 in the key of F would be G minor 7, because that's the 2nd degree. The 5 is the C, and 1 is F. So the whole B flat major 7 chord got translated into a 2-5-1 in the key of F. So I took that approach for every chord. So altogether, the whole progression is this.
can take away my freedom, you can take away my life, but you cannot have my mind and my creativity. My endless imagination, the most precious thing I own, is saving me from insanity and will always be with me. So you can try all you want, but you'll never have my mind. Can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that. Can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that. Can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. You can't take that.
So that's Restricted Area. That's the opening song from the album Endless Imagination that you can get on Plushrat Records, plushrat.com, or anywhere else like iTunes, Spotify, all these good places to listen to music. And you can get the stems, so the separated tracks from the song, also on plushrat.com. And we'll see you again for another song like this. I will do videos for a bunch of songs in the future. And I will see you on the road, on stage. So take care. See you.